Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbank. Today, we're joined by Todd Whitaker of American Medical Response. He talks with us about their Earn While You Learn program. It's a really cool workforce development program that they've got going on right now. Thank you to our podcast sponsors, CVG, our title sponsor, C-Crew Consulting, our digital sponsor, and our episode sponsors, Horan and Heartland Bank. Time is running out to register for the 2022 Next Generation Leader Awards. The NGLAs are this Wednesday, July 20th, starting at 5:30 p.m. at the Newport Aquarium. For more than 10 years, the NGLAs have celebrated talented young leaders and the continued impact that former NGLA finalists and award recipients are making throughout the region. In addition to recognizing this year's NGLA recipients, Wanda Winkler, President and CEO of Brighton Center, will be presented with the 2022 NKYP Legend Award. Like I said, that event is this week, so if you have not already registered, you need to register now so you can attend. You can register at nkychamber.com/events. Now let's go meet our members of the week, hear from our sponsors, and we'll meet you guys back here with Todd.
CVG Airport is the lowest fare airport in the tri-state region with 54 nonstop flights and direct international service to 7 destinations, including Paris, France, and now home to both DHL's and Amazon's global cargo hubs. The airport is furthering its position as leader in aviation and is deeply committed to being an economic driver for the community. You can learn more and start your next adventure at cvgairport.com.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention, uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. C-Crew gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, C-Crew generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can C-Crew do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Congratulations to our members of the week. You can learn more about these businesses by following the Northern Kentucky Chamber on social media, where we will highlight one of these businesses each day. Now, let's meet our members of the week. Kentucky Employers Mutual Insurance, KEMI, is the leading provider of workers' compensation insurance in Kentucky, providing coverage to more than 20,000 policyholders in all 120 counties of the state. With over 135 games, a full bar, and a creative food menu, there is something for everyone at Dave & Buster's in Florence. Add in more than 20 TVs to watch any sports event, and they are your premier entertainment spot. Beaumont Homes understands that every project is as unique as the customer who hired them. No two projects are alike, and the key to success is staying flexible with proper communication. Walter 814 is a digital agency that wants to change the face of agencies everywhere and is based on a vision of ownership, education, and honest ethical practices. Aspire and Glow opened its doors on April 14th, 2022. This one-of-a-kind retail store offers apparel and accessories that bring back memories of the 60s and 70s for the next generation. They also offer unique accessories, jewelry, as well as crystals, gems, and much, much more.
Hi, everyone. I am joined by Todd Whitaker in person today on the podcast. Todd is with American Medical Response. We are talking about this program here in Erlanger and a very cool Earn While You Learn program. But Todd, thank you for being with us today.
Certainly, thank you for having me.
Of course. And so let's kick it right off. Tell me about American Medical Response.
American Medical Response, first and foremost, is the largest medical transport company in the world. American Medical Response, and I'm going to read some of this, bear with me, was founded in 1992 when several regional ambulance companies out west came together and formed a consolidation. They continued to expand through the 90s with the purchase of Medtrans, opened its line of services with an international version in 2005, acquired Air Ambulance Specialist in 2006, and actually in 2015 they acquired Rural Metro, another private ambulance service that was nationwide, which involved Rural Metro Fire and expanded AMR's operations into commercial and industrial fire and safety service. In 2018, they became part of Global Medical Response. largest medical transportation company in the world. And because of that relationship, we work closely with FEMA during natural disasters across the country. We will disperse crews. So we are the medical transport, whether it be ground, air. That is AMR's main line of business.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have seen AMR vehicles out and about in our community. I know I have, ironically enough, I live right around the corner, so I probably see you guys more than most. So tell me a little bit about where we are now. We are in the Erlanger ground base. So tell us about here.
Yes, this location opened in 2011. Operates 7 to 9 ambulance crews on a 24-hour basis. Total of about 70 employees. Basically, what Erlanger ground base focuses on are hospital transports. Of course, we have Grant County. We have in Indiana, Dearborn County Hospital. We have, of course, the St. E's here, all within the region. A lot of hospital-to-hospital transports and a lot of hospital discharges, either to private residences or in this case, with Sun Rehabilitation being here in Erlanger, we do a lot of discharges from the hospitals at St. E to Sun.
Okay.
So, and we will also do, if somebody wants to schedule a transport with us. Non-emergency transports is we're not doing 911.
Right.
We're doing the non-emergency transports in the area.
Yeah, so you guys kind of work in tandem with like counties and cities that would have their own like fire departments with ambulances and EMTs.
Right, and coming from a fire background, coming from that 911 background, although I've always been familiar with, what the private services are doing, and there is there's a definite need for that private side for non-emergency transports.
Yeah, and so talk to us about the Earn While You Learn program. That's a big thing that you guys are doing right now.
Yes.
It's really cool, especially for people who want kind of that on-the-job training and are looking for new skills.
That's kind of why I was brought on here. I'm rather new to AMR, although, again, familiar with private services. I worked for a private service in the 80s. I was only 10 then, but no. I worked back then for a private ambulance service, which ended up being purchased by Rural Metro, which got purchased by AMR.
Funny.
So it's transitioned. I've started there and come back here. But the Earn While You Learn program, I am helping to coordinate this program. And again, I want to go back to the fire service. Our recruitment and retention within the fire service in the area is struggling. Mm-hmm. Having been in the fire service for over 35 years, I remember when I took that initial test in Covington to become a Covington firefighter, there were probably thousands of people there. And now they may get 50 to 100 applications. Mm-hmm. The recruitment of public safety individuals has struggled in this region. AMR, no different. Struggling with employees, recruiting, retaining. So they brought me on to kind of coordinate the Earn While You Learn program, which is basically your EMT certification. It's an emergency medical technician certification. The class is usually 12 to 16 weeks. This is a condensed version. We, with a clinical educational specialist based out of Lexington, Amber Vyers, will be instructing. It is an 8-week course.
Okay.
Here's the true benefit of it for the students that are involved. Students are paid during the class. Every cost, every book, every pencil, all the supplies, materials are covered, as well as an hourly wage. And these folks will earn $16 an hour during class. Once they become nationally certified as a nationally registered EMT, their pay rate will bump up to $18 an hour, and they agree to work with AMR for 1 year. And the basis of an EMT certification, it is maybe just that first step in a medical career.
Right.
We have some folks. We have 23 students right now signed up, so I'm ecstatic about that. Exceeded my goal, so we're there. Now we just got to get them through class.
Right.
But
you'll get it. You got it.
We got it. EMT certification is if you want to become a firefighter. The bottom line is an EMT. You have to have fire hours plus the EMT certification. So if you want to go down that route, if you want to become a paramedic, and in this region, if you are a paramedic firefighter, you have what I call the Willy Wonka golden ticket. So many fire departments in this region are hiring, so if you want to go down that road. If you're interested in just transport, I mean, AMR is here. You're going to have a year of experience with AMR, and you might find that this is really what you're interested in.
Right.
But it can also lead into nursing. It can lead into the occupational physical therapies. It can lead to become a technician within the hospital system. There's so many things that you can do. And the good thing about AMR is it's here. It's in Erlanger. We have local folks, and we have the support of a 38,000 employee company, which will support you. So if you're interested in paramedic school, after you get through that, that's something they will help you with. They're here to increase your education because you understand that the more we help the employee advance, the more we help them learn, the better employee they will be, the more knowledge they will have. And when it all comes down, the common denominator, what we're trying to do is take care of the folks.
Right. That idea of professional development and investing in your employees is something that is really on the forefront of a lot of people's minds, especially in you think like the professional business development that we deal with at the chamber, but also things like this where it's trades, it's upskilling, we have this workforce that needs to keep growing, keep expanding, and keep learning. So it's really cool that AMR does that. I really like that you highlighted the idea that it's not just training for AMR, it can lead into so many different things. You talk about your career path. So you started in fire, now you're over here. When you're thinking about these students, who are you guys trying to attract? Like, who is this program for?
Well, it's funny because I look back, and I'm looking back at the 23 students that we have, and it is socially diverse to the extreme. I have some 60-year-olds. I have some 18-year-olds. And your question is very good, and I think after this first class, maybe we'll be able to focus tighter on who exactly we're looking for. I think a lot of students and, a lot of 18, 19-year-olds fresh out of high school, maybe college sitting in is a true obstacle for many. I mean, you're looking at, going into debt, you're not sure what you want to be, many things there. So, yeah, there's a target for those folks. There's also a target for career changes. I mean, now folks 35 to 45, they may have been doing a career for a while, realized with the way it is now, many opportunities are available. So yeah, we've targeted some of those folks. We have nurses. I think I have 2 nurses in the class that are wanting to get this certification. We've got folks that want to be doctors. I'm hoping to focus in on that. And when you come back next time, maybe I'll be able to say, this is really what it's all about an opportunity.
Yeah. And
it's an opportunity for that whole group, that diverse workforce that's looking for something. And, when you think about that, an EMT school for 12 to 16 weeks, and I will say something about the fire service. When I was hired back in the 80s, they hired a kid off the street. I didn't know the difference between a ladder truck and an engine. They trained us. Nowadays, the fire service has kind of turned that around where they ask you to get all the certifications up front. If a young person wants to become a police officer, they can pass some tests. Police departments can send that individual to Richmond Police Academy in Kentucky, and they come back, trained. We don't have that in Kentucky. So we ask a lot of these folks in the fire service to go out, get your EMT, get your fire hours, get your paramedic, do all that up front. And when you're 20 years old, you may have a young family, you're trying to work, go to school, feed your family, all these things. It's a true obstacle to get through. So here with that EMT, we can focus on those folks. You're getting paid while going. It's like a full ride.
Right.
And so it helps, even those with career changes don't have to be like, well, I'd love to do that, but I can't go without work for 8 weeks. So I think that pay program will help assist those folks as well. So hope to target it in and really find out who we can truly aim this program at. But right now we're casting a wide net.
Yeah. And that's awesome. Like you said, it appeals to a lot of people already. Maybe you don't need to narrow that lens if you're reaching out to the whole community. I think that's one of the really interesting things especially you hinted at now, there's so many opportunities, there's so many open job positions, a lot of people are doing career changes, especially with COVID, made people really reevaluate their lives.
Absolutely.
So I think it's really interesting that you guys are offering this program and you're not narrowing it for anyone. So people can come and join. And how do people get in touch with you if they do want to learn more about the Earn While You Learn program and AMR in general?
They can Google AMR. And if you come for an interview, it always helps to Google the company. I will give my number. Is that okay?
Yeah.
859-445-7446. We are here on Kentlands Road in Erlanger. So we're local. This is a great base here. We're based in a perfect position. This is where the class will be held. We're in the training room, which is kind of still under construction. But they can contact me. William.Whitaker@gmr.net is the email. But they can call me anytime. And if you're interested in the program, call quick, because I think next week with the class, I had a goal of 20, and we are at 23. Now I've moved that goal. I've matched that, which I'm ecstatic about. I think we have some great individuals. Next thing is to get everybody through. But we can still take some folks. So if you're interested, I would contact me as soon as you can. We're going to be doing some interviews next week, kind of wrapping things up, then getting prepared for the class.
Yeah, that is great. Well, Todd, thank you so much for your time today and for scheduling with me. We had some technical difficulties, if you're wondering why we're in person.
I was the technical difficulty. She's being nice.
It's fine. We don't worry about it. We love our members and going above and beyond to make sure that you guys can reach out to a wider net in the community, hopefully get some more people. But before I let you go, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about this Earn While You Learn program or AMR in general?
I'm learning. I was telling Sarah before the interview, I'm relatively new here. I've only been here for a couple of months. But the folks here have truly welcomed me. Come from a long fire service career, but they have welcomed me here. And, it's different. It's different than 911. But I think the welcoming, the comfort, in fact, one of our questions, Sarah, we ask in the interviews, what is your ideal work environment? And some of the 18-year-olds may not have that experience, but you can really see that come back in the people that have had different professions, different jobs, and what they're looking for. And that is what we're doing here. And that's what they've done a very good job of, is building a positive, a team accountability work environment. And they've welcomed me. I want to expand that to others and say this is a good place to work.
Yeah, and especially I think that idea of the community, especially because these people that you're training, they'll be working with you for a full year afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's really great to hear. But Todd, thank you again for having me here today. It's exciting. Usually I am the one thanking people for coming to me. But thanks, guys, and stay tuned. I will sign off with you here in a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Shannon Schumacher, Account Executive, Kentucky Market Leader. At Haran, we champion bold innovation to help employers and individuals thrive. As an industry thought leader, we explore new horizons in healthcare, benefits, employee engagement, and wellness. We work harder to deliver all the strategic benefits, planning, and execution you expect from a true partner. And we do it with laser focus on your short and long-term outcomes to help manage your benefits while improving your employee experience.
So Heartland is celebrating its 110th anniversary this year. Recently, we partnered with the Kinkle family and the Fisher family in northern Kentucky, Boone, Kenton, and Campbell counties. And we have 3 offices there to serve the northern Kentucky region. Just remember, when the economy heats up, come see us at Heartland Bank, where banking really feels good.
Come on over to Heartland, where banking feels good.
Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining that conversation with Todd and I. It was really fun to go to AMR and talk about the Earn While You Learn program. It's a really great workforce development tool that trains and pays and then hires these employees. So if you or someone you know is interested in that program, please reach out to Todd. I know that he would be more than happy to help you get involved. Thank you again to our sponsors, CVG, C Crew Consulting, Haran, and Heartland Bank. Don't forget to register for the NGLA Awards. That is on Wednesday. If you're planning on attending, we're excited to see you. It's going to be really great to hand out those finalist awards and the NKYP Legend Award to Wanda Winkler. Finally, if you are a member who would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you're interested in becoming a member of the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, please reach out to Lynn Ablin. You can find her contact information in our staff directory at nkychamber.com. Thanks again, guys. I'll talk to you next week.